Howdy. Just thought I'd give you a life update. I'm taking a new job. Well, I'm still working for the same company I was working for, but now I'll be doing project management, which is installing septic systems and water systems in rural houses in Alaska. So that's something I always wanted to try to do. And now I'm going to be doing it. So I'm going to be flying to Fairbanks. Man, my eyeball. This one is red. I don't know why. Sorry, sidetracked. So I'm going to be flying to some villages this summer. So hopefully you guys stay tuned. I should be shooting little video clips of me flying. Well, not maybe just me, but the flights, I'll try to do those. I'm going to be mostly Alaska Airlines. There's going to be one village called Libalok that I've never been to, and I heard it's small. Only like 200 people, which is cool. It's in the Bristol Bay region, which I've never been to before. And I'm going to a village called Nome, which is pretty famous. There's a TV show about it. So, be going there. I know a couple of people there, so that'll be cool. Hopefully, they're there when I'm there. um, and then I feel like buying a different vehicle for myself. I have a 2015 Ford Escape, and it's doing fine. It has auto start and a tow package, which I like, but I feel like I've had it for 5 years now. It's time for me to move on to a different vehicle, and it has 73,000 miles. I put 40,000 miles on it myself. I drove it all around Alaska. I've been to Homer, Kenai, Chitina, Valdez, of course Fairbanks. That's where I'm from. All around here in Anchorage, I drove it to Tote, Glen Allen. I've been to Paxton Lake in it. And a couple different places. It's been good to me. It's been getting 30 miles per gallon, but it only has a 10-gallon tank, so it's kind of small. I had to fuel up a lot. And I put brand new tires on it. I put new battery in it recently. I just had the spark plugs changed because I was noticing that I was having a low power, and then I watched Scotty on YouTube, and he suggested changing the spark plug, so I did, and now I have more power, and my gas mileage has gotten better. So that's pretty neat. If I have a 2015 Ford Escape, try doing that. um, what I don't like about it is the windshield wipers go from the middle to the sides, which is not really good here. You'd think it'd be good, but in the wintertime when it freezes here in Anchorage, sometimes they get stuck, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna break them when they go like this. Because they go like this, and they'll go. So they both go. Try to do that like this. They don't go together like in other cars. I feel like that if they go together like other cars, then it's a lot more better here in the cold climates because of ice. Because it has a gutter where you can't you've seen some cars in the wintertime, they kind of fold them out. Can't do that with mine. Let's see. Anything else? See, I had head cold. It's been about a month and a half since I got my 2 shots of COVID-19. So I'm good there. Um, had a head sinus infection. Tried to go to South Central Foundation, but they were like freaking out. You have COVID. You have COVID. So I took the COVID test and it was negative. So it was just a head cold, like I thought. I told them I needed antibiotics to get because I was blowing out yellow stuff, and they didn't give it to me. So I went to the teledoc, and they gave it to me. Suprex. That's what I was on. And that cured me of blowing out yellow stuff and coughing up yellow stuff. That was the scary part, is coughing up the yellow stuff. I was like, I need an antibiotic, and they didn't give it to me at the native hospital. So I went to the teledoc one on my insurance, and they gave it to me. So thank God for health insurance. Not that the native hospital is bad. It's just that sometimes they don't give you what you ask for when you know your body. And they said, no, your body needs to fight it. And like, it did. It's not winning. You need to help me out here. It's just one thing. I bought a rowing machine, a rowing exercise machine. I've been using it for the past 4 days, and I feel my body's gotten a little bit more healthier too. And that's what I did with my stimulus, besides fixing my zoned valve in Fairbanks. I own a house in Fairbanks. This is a rental house. And that's a dreaded door. You can see a gap of right there. It's the gap. This is a rental house, a modular house or a trailer house. It's 2x4 construction. It's been okay, but the living room is really drafty because of that door. And I try to get my landlord to fix it, but he doesn't fix it. I say, you just need to put a brand new door in. He says, no, it just shifts. And I lived in Alaska for 42 years, and this is the first house that shifted so much. I mean, I lived in Barrow in a house on pilings, and it did not shift as much as this house here in Anchorage. I don't know if it's because of the earthquakes or has a shitty foundation. Excuse my language, but it has bad foundation. I don't know. I have a messy house, as you can see. Bachelor living. I was watching Niche on YouTube. That's why I mostly watch people traveling, because that's what I want to do when I get to 50 years old, is try to sell everything and just live on the road for half a year, just to do it, just because. Excuse me. Still recovering from the sinus infection. Kind of phlegmy when I talk a lot. I helped put together a dance group, indie back dance group. I hope to shoot some videos for that one. It's on my YouTube, or it's on my Facebook page. It's my name, Noah Snyder. Let's see. I attended the Festival of Native Arts on Facebook Live. I kind of missed Festival of Native Arts Live. I understand the COVID stuff, but yeah. And Leo's going to be World Eskimo Indian Olympic is going to be, that's Big Dipper this year. Hopefully they'll go on so we can gather together. I think that'll be a good healing thing for our people. There's been tons of deaths. Even one of my friends here in Anchorage, his wife passed away. of complications, both of COVID and health issues. She was in her 50s. That was ice falling off my roof. It's been happening a lot. That's one thing about this place is that there's been tons of ice. And I think it's because it's a hot roof, meaning that there's no gap of air up above there. It's just insulation. That's one thing. I've never lived in a house like this. Like my house in Fairbanks, I have, okay, the ceiling. I have insulation on top of the ceiling. And then there's an air gap. And then there's a roof. That's the way it is at my parents' house too. And I feel that that is more beneficial to a home to have that, like a blanket on top of your house, than it is to have a hot roof where there's just insulation and nothing but. This is considered a hot roof. I don't know if you can see the curvature of the roof. There's cracks right there. And this place cracks a lot. There's just insulation and then the roof. It's called a hot roof. And I don't know if I would build a house that way. I was thinking about it, but I was like, I should live in a house first that has that and just test it out. And I don't think I'm a fan of it because there's tons of ice. And then this only has like a inch gap from the roof falling over. And my parents' house is a foot, and my house in Fairbanks has 3 feet. So, like the door, of course, there's the gap. The doors and the windows, the ice can curve into the windows more easier with that 1 inch gap. So I believe that you should have at least you have a roof. Your roof should have at least a foot clearance so that the water or ice cannot go directly into your foundation. Because I think that's what's happening here. Definitely underneath the door. And there's like a glacier underneath this door. There's like a glacier underneath there. This from the water coming out. And of course, people expel moisture. And that's one thing that I believe that's led to the weird foundation. It's kind of eroding the foundation. Let's see. Talked about the car. Talked about the rental. Talked about my traveling. Talked about COVID. Talked about dance group. Talked about the ice falling. That's about it. So weird. There's also like creeks and I own a home. I know that house creaks, but this one is kind of wacky. And last night, I have a motion light in the kitchen because when I go to bed at night, the light goes on while I'm past it. It was going off like 3 times last night. I looked around and there's like nothing. I was like, do I have mice or something? And I looked around, didn't see anything. So it's kind of weird that the motion lights just went off by themselves last night. Very weird. So I'm debating whether or not to go to Walmart. That's my next thing. Don't really want to because the roads are really shitty right now because it's been above freezing for the daytime. And then at nighttime it gets below freezing and the roads are really crappy because all the melting ice goes on the road So that becomes ice. The water becomes ice in the daytime. So the roads are really crappy right now. I have enough to survive for another week, but I usually like to go a week out. Maybe I'll just hold off until like Tuesday or Wednesday. Oh, excuse me. Well, this video is 15 minutes of me rambling, so I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I made a TikTok account. I am a Nupiat907. INUPIAT 907 on TikTok. And I've been just posting dumb stuff, you know, those little rambling things. It's been fun. I just do it for fun. I don't believe in some things that they're saying, but you know, just pass the time. Wow, my eyeball. I don't know why you're red. Well, thank you for watching. Have a great day and enjoy life. You have one shot at it.